In June 1997, beneath the Californian sun, Quimby Ghilotti and her friends embarked on a high school adventure at Waterworld USA in Concord, California. Little did they know, their pursuit of one last exhilarating memory would take a chilling turn, etching their names into a tragic chapter of amusement park history. As the Napa High School graduating seniors gathered at the towering Banzai Pipeline water slide, laughter filled the air and friendships were celebrated. With a record-breaking clog attempt in mind, students squeezed onto the slide, pushing its limits. The slide, ill-fated and overwhelmed, crumbled under the weight of their youthful exuberance, plunging them to the ground. Quimby Ghilotti, just 18 years old, met a tragic end that day, leaving hearts shattered and lives changed. Join us as we unravel the events of that fateful day, filled with poignant stories of bravery, survival, and the human capacity to heal. In the hazy days of June 1997, a group of spirited high school seniors from Napa High School, class of '97, embarked on their much-anticipated senior trip to Concord's Waterworld USA. Their destination held the promise of fun, laughter, and one final act of youthful rebellion, a tradition they held dear. For them, it was the pinnacle of their high school journey, one last carefree memory before they ventured into adulthood. For these seniors, a memorable tradition awaited them at the water park, the daring challenge to break a record of clogging a water slide. It involved squeezing as many thrill-seeking friends as possible onto a single slide designed for one rider at a time. As the sun hung high in the sky, the students gathered at the park's 40-foot tower. Their plan was simple but daring. A few would start the descent, gripping the slide's sides to hold them in place, while others piled up behind them. The culmination would be a joyous, synchronized ride down the slide. They aimed to set a record with around 70 participants. However, their youthful enthusiasm unwittingly placed them on a path to tragedy. Waterworld, California, initially called Waterworld USA, located in Concord, California, commenced its operations in 1995. It was created by Premier Parks, who also managed the original Waterworld USA, now Raging Waters Sacramento, and Marine World Africa USA, now Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. One of the famous attractions of the park is the Banzai Pipeline slide. The Banzai Pipeline is a covered water slide that gives riders a wild ride down. It's built to make riders feel like they're surfing a big wave, which is why it's named after a famous surf spot. It's all about feeling the rush and having a blast as you zoom down the slide with water rushing around you, feeling a bit like you're riding a wave in the ocean. In 1997, Quimby Ghilotti, John Martinez, Sarah Foster, and a group of their classmates were about to graduate from Napa High. They all had big dreams and exciting plans for the future, but they had this one last high school challenge they wanted to conquer. They wanted to set a new record for the most people to pack onto the Banzai Pipeline slide at once. It was supposed to be a fun, thrilling experience, a way to say goodbye to high school and hello to the next chapter of their lives. Eagerly, they began their daring venture. Quimby Ghilotti, surrounded by 29 of her classmates, joined in to cram into the pipeline, their hearts racing with anticipation and adrenaline. But then, things took a terrifying turn. The Banzai Pipeline, designed for solo riders, groaned and buckled under the weight of approximately 30 teenagers crammed into a 20-foot section. The fiberglass structure, which should have been sturdy, gave way, leading to a catastrophic rupture. This was the moment when the sound of fiberglass cracking echoed through the air, ingraining itself in the memories of those present. It was the moment when the lives of 33 young adults, filled with dreams and aspirations, were forever altered. Quimby Ghilotti, an 18-year-old with a bright future ahead, met a tragic end that day. A blunt force trauma to her head claimed her life amidst the chaos that ensued. Alongside her, 32 others suffered serious injuries. Their dreams and hopes were shattered in an instant. Everyone at Napa High was really heartbroken. You could feel the sadness from the students, the teachers, and the families. It seemed like the hurt and sadness were never going to go away. In the wake of this tragedy, the Napa High School community came together in an unprecedented show of support and resilience. The 1997 graduation, already significant as the culmination of the school's centennial, became a symbol of healing and unity. The huge memorial service held at Napa High School in QuimbyGhilotti's honor made one thing abundantly clear. She was loved, and her memory lives on in the hearts of all those who knew her. The gymnasium, once filled with cheers and laughter, now echoed with somber silence as about 800 mourners gathered to pay their respects. Quimby's photo was framed on the stage and surrounded by dozens of flowers. It stood as a poignant reminder of a young life cut tragically short. In a heartbreaking moment during the service, mourners watched a year-old television tape that featured Quimby, expressing her aspirations and deep connection with her mother. Friends and classmates fondly remembered Quimby as a gentle soul, always ready to lend an ear and offer advice. Classmate Courtney Davidson shared, "She was a sweet little girl, and she was my oldest friend." Vice Principal Roger Ashlock, who had been a chaperone for the ill-fated trip, addressed the gathering. He emphasized that this accident had robbed these young students of their innocence, forcing them to grow up too soon as they responded to the needs of the injured and helped save the lives of their classmates. Ashlock's words carried an underlying message as he sought to counter efforts by Waterworld USA officials to place blame on the high school seniors. The heartfelt standing ovation that followed his speech was a resounding affirmation of the unity among the students and their unwavering support for one another. For those survivors attending the service in wheelchairs or on crutches, the mental and physical scars of that day served as stark reminders of the ordeal they had endured. Their presence was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity. Vividly, they recounted the once thrilling adventure that had taken a horrifying turn. As memories of that fateful day at Waterworld USA in Concord still lingered, the heart-wrenching narratives of those who bore witness to the Banzai Pipeline waterslide's catastrophic collapse sent shivers through the congregation at Quimby Ghilotti's memorial service. Witnesses spoke of heroic acts amid the chaos. Some students, motivated by love or friendship, jumped in a desperate attempt to reach their falling companions. In the immediate aftermath, as the blood, bodies, and trauma became apparent, a sense of shock settled in. Jim Jennings, a Vietnam veteran and retired police captain, likened the scene to his wartime experiences, a moment of overwhelming chaos and crisis. Amid the shock and sorrow, questions arose about what had led to this heartbreaking tragedy. As the investigation unfolded, it was revealed that at least one chaperone had encouraged the students to break the record, and even Ashlock had told them they wouldn't get into trouble for their actions. "This is a senior trip. We're not trying to keep them from having a good time," he had told them, as jamming onto the water slide had become an annual senior tradition at the school. The tragedy had far-reaching consequences, not only for the victims and their families, but also for the community. The aftermath of the accident saw multiple settlements, with approximately $4 million paid to affected families by various entities involved, including Waterworld's parent company, the slide manufacturer, and the school district. Quimby Ghilotti's parents reached a $1.7 million settlement in their wrongful death suit. Although it brought some financial relief, it came without any admission of wrongdoing by Waterworld or its parent company, Premier Parks Inc. The legal settlement marked a bittersweet closure to a painful chapter in their lives. As they grappled with their grief, they sought solace in the memories of their beloved children, and in the hope that such a tragedy would never befall another group of carefree teenagers seeking adventure. The echoes of that tragic day at Waterworld USA in Concord resonated far beyond the chilling moment of the Banzai Pipeline waterslide's collapse. The incident left an indelible mark on the survivors, etching profound emotional scars and forging an unbreakable bond among those who were affected. Amid the heartache and loss, these survivors drew strength, pride, and unity. The accident had forever altered their lives, but it had also revealed the extraordinary depth of their courage and resilience. In remembering Quimby and their shared journey, they carried forward a message of hope and resilience, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. In the midst of this heart-wrenching tragedy, it's essential to remember that Quimby Ghilotti wasn't the only one profoundly affected. The survivors of that ill-fated ride carried emotional scars that would endure long after their physical injuries had healed. One survivor, John Martinez, recalls the terrifying moment when the slide gave way, sending him plummeting to the ground. He suffered severe injuries, but also discovered a profound inner strength as he faced the unimaginable. Another survivor, Sarah Foster, vividly remembers the chaos and the desperate cries for help that filled the air. Her courageous actions that day saved lives as she reached out to assist her injured friends. These stories underscore the lasting impact of the Banzai Pipeline slide disaster on multiple lives, revealing the strength and courage that emerged in the face of adversity. The tragic incident that took Quimby Ghilotti's life was a stunt gone wrong, and the memories from that horrific day still remain with the classmates she unfortunately couldn't graduate with. The emotional wounds left by the Banzai Pipeline slide disaster run deep and are enduring. Survivors continue to grapple with haunting memories of the fiberglass shattering and the sensation of free fall. While their physical injuries may heal, the mental scars remain, a constant presence on their life's journey. Quimby Ghilotti and her friends were not merely victims of a tragic accident. She was a girl with a bright future ahead of her, and they were kids who didn't know any better. Their stories, albeit filled with pain, also reveal resilience, unity, and hope emerging from the darkest moments.